Devangshu, thank you so much for joining this conversation.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So first, congratulations on successfully passing your CA exams and then getting into a very reputed institution as the Barclays Investment Bank. That must be awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a year and a half, but the congratulations never get old, because it's been a huge task. So yeah, thanks. Thanks for that.
So let's start with if you ask anyone who's wanting to pursue a CA course, their end
Right,
goal is to get a successful career and get
right.
into a reputed company or turn an entrepreneur. So I want to kickstart by asking, how did you get into Barclays and what helped you?
So look, Barclays is not my first job. Before this, I was working with Ernst& Young for a year and a half. I just joined Barclays. And my articleship was with Grant Thornton. Okay, so that helped. So just to come to your question, I was not looking for a particular job more than I was looking for a sort of a career in banking, which is why I made the switch to Barclays. But why EY, if you ask me, because that was my first job, that would be a better question. And to answer that, you have to start your career at the Big Four as a chartered accountant, even if it is for a year and a half or something. If not for, like, if you don't find that this is your place to be, you can always move, make the move. But it would be ill-advised to, sort of not uh, try move, your the first job at a Big Four, because the Big Four, as we know, are a place where it's an assimilation of a lot of different kind of people who have a vast knowledge base, and with the partners and the managers being extremely knowledgeable, there's a lot that you can gain, and there's a lot less that you lose by going there. So yeah. And how did I go about it? Of course, I doing CA in faster, in sort of less attempts, and having an articleship at a good place, which was GT, which is as good as Big Four. That helps. And then it really depends on what role are you applying for. So I was in the transaction advisory team, which deals more on sort of an M&A space. So, yeah, I hope I answered that.
Yes, you did. So thank you for that, Devangshu.
Yeah.
How early did you start your preparation for CA?
This is going to be a controversial answer, because I started only when so basically uh, are you talking about finals or inter? Finals, right?
Sure.
Right. So basically in finals, I hope you're aware of the structure. It's like you have to do an articleship for 3 years, and after 2.5, you can apply for your finals. So in most of these audit firms where we do articleship, we get a 4 to 5 months sort of study leave, it's called. So essentially, that is precisely when I started my preparation. But to the viewers, it is advised that you start your preparations from the day one, like daily revisions and a chapter in a week. Sort of 2 years is a lot of time, so you have a lot of time to structure your preparation to aim for a rank. But thanks to the work I had, and the other things that were happening in my life, I could not do that. But yeah, I started my preparations when the exam week started, around 4 months.
Thank you for that. When
Yeah.
and how did you come to choose RR Academy as the place for you to get professional coaching?
So basically, I did my CA foundation and CA intermediate with RR Academy. And at that point in my life, look, I'll be really thankful to RR Academy for that as well. That this place holds a special place in my heart. So at that point in my life, I was not doing really well financially. Neither did I have the time and energy to devote only to one thing. There were a lot of things going on in personal life, in the family space, and it was difficult So KNR sir, took me in for and there's some teachers, including there was this accounts teacher called Nitya ma'am. I would like to give a shout out to her here. So these guys were like really, really helpful, friendly, and supportive. So for all the stupid doubts I had, I was not a really bright kid coming from state board. So for all the silly, stupid doubts and for being so slow in grasping, they were kind and patient with me. And then they, took time out after the coaching hours also to explain to me what the concepts are and how do I approach this and how can I study more in less time, because obviously I did not have a lot of time, you know. And then the students there are also really friendly. I have a couple of really, really good friends that I made from there. And these guys used to make time out of their own personal preparation time and sit me down and study with me. One of these bright kids even went on to get a rank, and this guy would sit me down during the middle of the day and solve problems with me. He's also now in a very reputed bank, Goldman Sachs himself. So yeah, so this was like a one tightly knit family kind of a space, so it was great. If not for RR, if it was for a professional academy with 800, 900 people, I doubt if the journey would have been that comfortable. Yeah. So that is how.
So the key point you're highlighting, is personalized attention and the ability to connect with the professors.
Yeah. And how did I come to join RRL Academy? There was this exam that they conduct. It's called Accounting Wizard. I don't know if they still do it. They used to when I was, and I sort of got a great score there. I scored some 97, 98 out of 100 in accounts. So they gave me a full scholarship. So to study foundation with them. So obviously it was a no-brainer to just. I did not do the which academy is better than which comparison during my foundation. I was like, okay, if they're giving me a free course, I might as well do it. If it does not work out, then the next time I'll do somewhere else. So that was the goal. But it was so good that I did not have to look for anywhere else. I cleared in the first course. So yeah.
Fantastic. Now, a lot of people watching this interview, this success series interviews, are all people who are aspiring to take up these coaching programs and pursuing CA or any such courses.
Yeah.
So, from your experience, what mistakes do people usually do that the rest of the students who are following your path should avoid?
So there is this dialogue in I don't know if it's something Bruce Lee ever said, but it's attributed to Bruce Lee. Practice one move 1,000 times instead of practicing 1,000 different moves, and you'll be indestructible. So that same thing holds true with preparations also. Any competitive exam preparation. I don't know if it's true for college preparation, but competitive exams, yes. So you should pick a material and you should stick with it, right? Including your institute material. So in CA, what happens is that your institute provides you with a study material and a whole host of other things which are available in their website. You should stick to them. And with that, you can have one more external material from the faculty who you are studying with, or if you are doing it on your own. There are a lot of authors who have written a lot of brilliant books. But they are all equally good. Pick one book and pick the study material and stick to it, top to bottom, start to end. The mistakes that people make is they switch books a lot of times. I'll prepare from this, I'll revise from this, I'll write mock tests from this, blah, blah, blah. That can get confusing, that can get overwhelming. And then it also, dips your morale when you're like, okay, I'm not able to finish all of them. So I never made that mistake. That is precisely why I did not get amazing grades, but I knew the game and I knew how to crack it. So this was that. I just did the same material probably one or two, maybe three times. So that is one. The second thing is time management is obviously really important because your books are, as tall as you are. They'll just stack up right next to you. So if you don't manage time at the end, probably when there's only a month to go for the exams, you can get a little more overwhelmed than you should be. So, and the most important thing is mock test. See, I don't know. This works. It's like a two-way sword, but this works fine for me. So I'll give you my experience. Mock test is something you should not be ignoring. A lot of people just ignore mock tests because they're like, if I score bad, then I might lose my morale again, and then I might not do well in the main exam. But mock test gave me that exam simulation that I needed. I wrote a lot of mock tests, both in my inter as well as my final. So yeah, these three things are something. But then again, the people have different ways of studying, so they should stick to what they know best or what works for them and has been working for them. Because those who have chosen CA have obviously been doing well academically, right, in the school days. That is why they thought, okay, this is a very difficult exam and I am capable of it. So, which means they had a pattern during their school days. So they should not aim to lose that, step away from that and try something, stick to the basics. Yeah.
So you mentioned it's a difficult exam. That is it's also the perception that makes a lot of students shy away from pursuing CA. So can you talk about the career prospects and job opportunities for someone pursuing such a course?
Look, even though, as we all know, thanks to COVID, the market is really bad, and everybody is on the streets right now. Even the IIM guys are finding it tough to win. But over the course of the years, if you see, and for the times to come, CA is a course which can open a lot of doors for you. Okay, let me name a few: audit, tax, M&A, finance, corporate finance. You can go to companies, you can go to audit firms, you can start up a practice if you're on. You can, of course, entrepreneur. Anybody can become an entrepreneur, so that you don't need a CA for that. But yeah, you can, start a business. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, in this country, there are very few courses in finance or high finance which are respectable and which are reputed. When you interact with a person and tell them you're a chartered accountant, you are looked in a different light. So there's a prestige that comes attached with this course, and then of course monetary benefits. See, look, it's not difficult to make money. So I'm not gonna be sit here and tell you that there's a lot of money here. But if you're looking for a job, if you're coming from a difficult place, like if you have to feed a family, support a family, you have to look for a bright future. This is a no-brainer because you're not putting any money in. There are no colleges which are asking for hefty donations. There are no coaching institutions. I mean, there are, but you can choose not to go there. Who are asking for a lot of money to teach you. It's all you. And once you're out with a CA certificate, the world is your oyster. Go anywhere. Yeah.
Excellent. And one final question: would you recommend RR Academy?
Oh, definitely. I mean, this is another shout out to our academy for all those people who are, either finding it difficult to do CA course or thinking, experimenting with it, or, sort of not in the right headspace. See, okay, this is it, I want this. They should really give our academy at least the foundation a shot, because at least for CA foundation, because the teachers are so good. If you're not in a good headspace, they'll make sure you get in a good headspace. You'll get that family experience that you're looking for, which you missed in your school. What happens is foundation is generally right out of school, right? So in school you have a batch of 50 people, 55 people, 60 people, and then there is a class teacher, and then there is subject teachers, and you have that experience. Okay, this teacher is going to come every day, and it's like a family who you spend time with for a year. And then when you go to an institution, you have a auditorium full of 1,000 people. A teacher stands on a podium, and there is a projector, and he gives his lecture, and he walks off. And you are supposed to write the notes down, go home, study them. There's no experience in that. RR Academy is different. That there is an experience. So that is, I think that will be an easy take for anybody who's listening to this.
Fantastic.
Interview.
Those are valuable pieces of advice you've given, Devangshu. On
Yes.
behalf of everyone watching this program, I want to thank you for taking the time out.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.